the VOD for posterity, but all right. All right. Random crisis. Pick a shiny banner. Maybe we'll actually see the banner this run. We don't check Iron Man, but we play Iron Man in Spirit. If a bro dies, a bro dies. The reason why I don't check it is because I use quality of life mods like an inventory manager or hotkeys for my quick hands. Thanks, Preston. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. Like, I didn't want to take it there. Preston realized it. Yeah, that map was hot garbage. That map was hot garbage. But we got there. It was actually sweatier than like I sounded while I was talking through it, because I was like, bruh, like usually day 15 I'm like 12 guys all Raider gear, like that's my benchmark is day 15, but it's all good. We got there, right? I digress. So we don't check this box. If I misclick and accidentally don't pick up a famed item out of a camp, or I don't know, a famed axe and a wolf helm, when one of my nimble bros who's got like 3 pieces of famed shit dies, too bad. We don't alt F4 it. I just messed up. I didn't messed up. So that's how we play. Right? It also lets me do save files for testing and stuff like that later, or stuff like that, but that's why we don't check this. That's my disclaimer. I say that like every time I fire up a new run. People are like, you're not playing Iron Man. It's like, bruh. All right, so Glads. So this is not a picked seed. So the first part of Glads is taking a look at your Glads and seeing how screwed you actually are. Okay. Huge Viper. Huge Viper is like absolutely fine. Like that's actually like incredible, right? He almost max rolled. Almost max rolled melee. His MDef was average roll, but he has huge. So it is what it is. HP max rolled, Stam almost max rolled, Resolve average roll. Okay, that's fine. Wow, this bear. Average roll, melee skill, above average MDef and RDef. High side of average HP roll. Average fatigue roll, almost perfect resolve roll. Okay, we can work with this. Min rolled MDef Lion, almost max rolled Mat, almost max roll fatigue, high side of average HP roll, almost max resolve roll. These are good glads. These are good glads. Usually your glads when you play this origin are gonna be above average, right? Here's the problem. At max econ, low starting funds, these guys cost more. These guys cost more than the 10 bros I had that were like average level 4.5 in the last run. And I have what is it? 1,450 less crowns to start with. So you start broke and you have a high daily wage. So you have good bros, but you're flat broke. Low econ, and then my econ is not high, right? So I have econ penalties for buying and selling as well at this difficulty. In short, chat, it sucks. I should probably update my title, huh? Running first 20-day gauntlets. Cool. So things we think about, right? Minus everything but the flat broke part. You mean you're not swole and awesome at what you do? All right. So this is Viper. Obviously, we build him as a Catal bro. There are other things you can do with Viper, but this just makes sense. Bear, we're gonna build him as a shield mace bro. He's gonna do a lot of tanking for us. Lion, Lion is kind of a flex, right? Like Lion could be a Catal. We'll see what gear we get for him. He's probably not a Catal. He's probably a dodge reach advantage if we were to play this run up to completion. All right, levels. Breaks. Resolve breaks are how your early game glads die. Okay. I'm tempted to skip this one in defense. I probably will, because he has a shield. This is fine. And then gifted level. He needs both. He's going to need stam. He needs his primaries. We're going to use them with this build, right? So he needs all this stuff. I actually like another tick of stam here. Lion. Not great on this side. Let's start working on resolve. All right, cool. So heaviest gear is going on Bear. Bear's gonna be tanking for us. Viper's gonna do his Catal thing. Viper his Viper hat, right? Bear's gonna get the 255. I have a 255, right? Nope, they're all 225. Oh. Okay. Banish never gets used. All right. So the way you deal with this origin is, what you're trying to do is you're trying to find fights. You have to maintain fight density. It is paramount. You're trying to push like 2 to 2.5 fights a day, right? So playing the arena is important, playing your contracts are important, and you need to be winning cleanly enough that you can keep fighting. That's very important. Hyenas, sure. I also don't need a net for hyenas. If possible, I want Bear to take contact, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I think they're both going to go on Viper. Unless I move here. That's probably fine. Okay. Okay. First paycheck. Little more tools damage than I want, but no injuries. We can keep fighting. That's fine. Let's see what our next fight is. Hunt down what terrorizes. It's probably hyenas again. Drive off nomads. Fleeting camp. One skull. That's fine. Let's accept this contract. Let's see what we can hire. We want to avoid the absolute bottom tier bros if possible. Shepherds are fine. Daytailers are fine. We want to avoid cripples. We want to avoid cripples. We want to avoid things that have super low base resolve. The reason why we want to do that is because your glads are really strong, but resolve breaks and deaths cascade, right? And so you don't want your glads to die because your fodder, they're having existential crises out on the battlefield, right? Like you can't have that happen. So other origins, you may want to just use like whatever fodder you can. Not so much. You want at least high enough quality that they're not just constantly rolling resolve breaks. This is like the lowest MDEF rolled peddler. This is actually 2 off of Min. I doubt he's gonna live very long. I don't even know if I gear him. Let's try a Daytailer. Actually try a Shepherd. Okay, so Dastard and a Mineral Peddler. Let's make this work. Cheap gear for these guys. Literally just gonna put shields on them so they don't die instantly. Literally just gonna put hats on them so they don't die instantly. And they still might die instantly, chat. That's the actual truth. That's okay. Oh, he has a hat already. That's fine. One of my fodder will die, and I'll need a hat. And then knives, preferably. Here's a cheap spear, so the guy who has mat can actually hit. I need to flip their shirts though. Alright. If it's just cutthroats, we do it without the fodder. We don't want fodder getting XP. quite a bit different from the thought processes in the other run where you just want to get guys leveled. Like, no. All right, this is 6 cutthroats. We probably don't need fodder for this. But let's have it just in case. But it's highly likely that we don't need fodder. We just need people to distract attention away from our glads. So again, we're positioning Bear to take contact. We're moving fodder this way and shield walling. Move Viper up this way. And we get a 4-tile surround here. Yeah, literally you just need bodies so your glads don't die. But you see how my glad is breaking because he took a morale check? Like, see how when he took the morale check, my glad also took a morale check? That's the thing. And this is the dastard who started wavering, right? That's the type of problem I'm talking about. Like, those guys will get your glads killed. Don't care. Glads get 2 more levels and they do this fight. They solo this fight, but they need levels. Yep. So this glad is now fleeing, right? This glad is now fleeing because he took a resolve check for the dastard who started with breaking morale. That's what happens. I mean, he doesn't get hit, but still. If you're wondering how you die as glads, that's how you die. Is your fodder get you killed. Whatever, don't care. They both sucked. They both sucked, and our glads got XP. Glads, it's not like New Company. You're gonna be feeding bodies into the meat grinder to protect your glads. Like, you just are, until you can stabilize and hire some better bros. Like, the South is good for killing your glads, which is also why I like getting out of the South relatively quickly as glads, because nomads and brigands are not the same thing. You've heard me say that before, I'll say it again. Nomads and brigands are not the same thing. That said, I don't have access to a... This is a good city. That's a city. That's a full city. So we have 3 places to do contracts. Good brigand hunting at grounds up here. The problem is our pay is so high that we can't just go wander, right? Like, we have to do the Lion has Bear Helm. Fixed it. So we're gonna do the arena, and then we're probably gonna start plotting our escape out of the desert. We also have this beast fight contract we can do too, right? Let's wait for the arena to proc. We need allies. That's fine. The arena ambition for Glads is bait. Oftentimes you can't hang around the arena that long, and sometimes sometimes you get fights that you don't want to take. So you have to be really careful with this ambition. It will jabate you. And the first 5 fights are scaled differently than every fight after the first 5 in the arena. All right, let's see what we got. Hyenas, sure. Yeah. It's quite a bit different. It's still a challenge at max econ changes the way the fights work. Like, or changes the way the origin works for sure. So if you're playing like getting out of the, how can I put it? You got to be able to find fights. That's the main thing. I want to help with this hyena first. Bear has the best chance of not getting hit. Let the hyena attack first. Sometimes it's hard to get away from the arena. Yeah, I'd agree with that too, Tufei. But I definitely agree with that. One of the things is it can be hard to get away from the arena sometimes. Yeah, you can't stop fighting. That's the trick. Is you literally, there is no walking by a fight. There is no, this fight is super, super bad and I just don't want to do it. It's like, nah, I have to take this fight. Still missing levels, that's fine. What is this? This is a caravan. Caravan where? This gets me out of the south. I want to take it. So I want to do this contract. It's probably hyenas. 3 to 4 hyenas is fine. 3 hyenas, perfectly fine. Yeah, you lose money and tempo. I'd agree. It's just you need bros that can stabilize you, right? And the bros that I want to stabilize with in a run, right? Like, I need brawlers, I need farmhands, I need things that roll with HP, right? I need monks, I need things that roll with resolve, and like you just kind of don't have that in an affordable way in the South, I feel. Like in the South, you're cheap fodder or like indebted. Maybe you get lucky and get a cheap caravan hand, but usually not. Yeah, I'd agree with that assessment. All right. Bear, again, least likely to get hit. We want to help with this hyena first. Ow. We don't really want to be taking this much tools damage either. I'm like automatically looking for the third stab. I'm so used to having dagger mastery on Viper. Ow. Ow. Again, no injury. That's fine. That's why we kept pushing the HP button. That's why we kept pushing the HP button when we were first leveling. Hooray! Beast fights. Hooray! Day 2 beast fights. That's exactly what happens to you. You lose a million tools. But again, you get paid. Right? The arena's done. None of this we want. If there's an XP pot, there's actually a legitimate consideration for it. This, we don't get to hoard this. We're thinking about money right now. We keep one of these hats. We're keeping spears, not swords. We're selling at these prices. These are probably the best prices we're going to see for a while. We'll keep one of these shields. We'll keep the plus accuracy weapons and the hats and the shields, right? And a knife, of course. So from here, right, I think a caravan out is fine, backed by conscripts. Is there anything I would even consider as a real hire here? Like, this is even expensive for a detailer, like 190 for a detailer. Get out of here. And I'm not hiring any of this stuff because y'all saw what happens when your fodder breaks. That's how you lose. All right. We got levels, chat. This is his dodge level. This makes him significantly tankier, significantly more survivable. All of these rolls suck. Like, all of these rolls suck. Let's go ahead and get some RDEF while we can. Let's go ahead and take... If we take this 3, this is like his last resolve roll ever that he needs. Like, that's fine. So what are we doing with Lion? Probably dodge reach advantage. We're probably not greeting for a Battleforge bro on him. He's probably like Nimforge DRA. Like, that's probably fine. So that we have a late game option for him. But I'm not going to greed for Battleforge on him. I just want power now. Right? I'm not in a massive hurry to fight goblins. I will take this nomad fight, but it's like stuck because there's brigands. I mean, any of that stuff is good if it decides to attack us. Brigands, thugs, and a raider. They're gonna get annihilated. They're gonna get annihilated. Like, conscripts are cracked, chat. Like, these conscripts are about to pop off. See what I mean? Yeah. No, like, but for real though. We want all our guys mutually supporting one another. Like, that conscript, this conscript probably kills all these guys. Like, that's how cracked conscripts are. Let's check turn order, see where they're at. Okay. See how he avoided the conscript and chose to fight my Glad. That should tell you how messed up they are. When the AI was like, it's easier to fight your Glad than it is to fight this conscript. Conscript is like, let me solo them. Like, why are you here? Conscripts are not not the same as caravan hands from the north. They have issues. Like, I was hoping we got the hat, but you know, that's fine. We did get armor. Like, we literally have enough stuff in our inventory to outfit a bro now. Bear gets a level. This is Bear's shield spec level. One's in defense, I know, but you gotta get him to where he needs to be. Defense wise, he has the stam to even be a forged shield based guy, but he doesn't have the defense to not run a shield. Unless you dodge reach advantage him, which is a thing you can do. Like, I could make him a DRA, but I don't know how I feel about that right this second. So I either shield spec him. Like, I either shield spec him now, right? Or I take dodge, right? So I either say I'm gonna make him a dodge reach advantage bro, or I'm going to make him a shield mace bro to support Viper, right? What are my other options here? If I want to delay the choice till I can see what guys I have. I think making Bear a shield mace bro is probably fine. Even a mace duelist is probably fine. So let's hedge ourselves, right? So we take dodge and then we make him a mace duelist if we want to, right? We have a lot of options with Bear. We have like too many options. I like making Bear a DRA. Like, that's kind of my stance on Bear. But also, we don't have a tank. It's tough. There are like so many ways you can build Bear. Nah, Bear's not going to be battle forged. Let's make him a shield mace. That's the safe play. Oh, some choices to delay. Yeah, Pathfinder could delay. If I'm not sure, you're correct. Pathfinder could delay. I could also delay with student here, right? Like, Bear has survivability. I think we delay with student because I'm not sure what I want to do with Bear. That's fine. That's like an early game scenario where student is fine, right? Like, the guy has survivability. It's fine. Oh, you mean Steelbrow? Yeah. The problem is his final build doesn't have Steelbrow in it. From here, like, we want to keep going. We want to get up to where we can find fights. We'll smack a patrol if we see one. Hopefully there's a scripted ambush here somewhere. Bread medical supplies, cool. Looks like there is. Raiding is also a very effective thing you do on Glads if you're not sure what you want to do. Package delivery, where? Day northeast. Stankland. This is our city up there. That's a maybe for us. This is actually a maybe quest. This gets us relations up there. Stakeland, not Stankland. I don't mind this. Farmhands. So this is how farmhands roll, right? In other origins, I would be cool rolling on a cheap farmhand for fodder. This isn't a cheap farmhand, 1. 2, again, we saw what happens when you take low resolve fodder as Glads. Not a thing you want to be doing. We're fine on tools for the second. We don't want to sell here. Let's keep going. Again, high ground next to roads. High ground next to roads makes me think scripted ambush spot. We'll see. Right, these little tufts of high ground. Brigands like to sit on those, but sometimes they're not there. Gamblers can roll reasonably on defense. I don't mind like a pair of gamblers. Okay. 1 rolled reasonably on his base. Good resolve. One rolled stars. Good resolve. Unironically, this guy has the capacity to be a nimble tank if we keep him alive. But we're just looking for bros that can tank some contact. And that won't immediately break to resolve checks, impacting our Glads. If I can catch these dire wolves, I'll do it. Third party rule in effect. We don't third party, unfortunately. I could have third partied, and even if I didn't kill one, I'd get credit for the scout. That is a thing you can do. There's a marksman. There are a couple raiders here. Is this too much for us? So this is 1 marksman, 4 or 5 raiders, and 2 or 3 thugs. This might be a tick spicy for where we're at. We also don't know if they're upper or lower raiders. I think we pass on this. This is tough. This is tough. This we fight. With no marksman we fight. All day. Because this is three thugs. This is 3 thugs, like 4 raiders, right? There's a universe where maybe I was supposed to bring a net with me for this, but I think it's okay. Throwing weapons, kind of miserable. Yeah, Glads don't kill. Exactly. We're not there yet. The throwing weapons make the fight a little interesting, right? Like, we probably want to pull up to this high ground. So typically as Glads, one of my first purchases early is a range bro or two to manipulate AI. Like literally somebody to hold a bow or a crossbow. One or two of those guys so that I don't end up in this situation. But now that we've backed up to the high ground, what I'm going to do is I want Bear to draw the throwing weapons. Or we just jump this guy. That's also an option. Right? Viper can't quite get there. Lion can't quite get there. Good job, Bear. Like, we know that they're going to swing on our fodder. That's fine. We don't want them swinging on our glads. Doesn't have dagger mastery yet. Feels bad. Alright. That's fine. Fodder bros die. Blood for the blood god, chat. Blood for the blood god. We, like, literally don't care as long as glads are getting levels. Because there will be a point very soon where the 3 glads can just do this fight by themselves. And that's, like, literally all we care about. Yeah, I mean, they did something. If this Raider stack takes losses, we want to fight it. Yeah, so we don't third party, but I have no problem playing cleanup. Is the caravan winning? The caravan's winning, chat. Caravan won. Wow. So much for that. All right, we have ambush trade routes. We have things to recruit. This is a Giga Cheap Wildman. We don't really have gear for him though. But let's see. This is fine. All right, so we're thinking about things like an early banner. This guy, he's expensive, right? But he has 80 mail already, is what that looks like to me. The better of the two fodder bros is the one that lived. That's immaculate, actually. So this is a super cheap wild man, but I don't know if we want to roll on him. We took the quest. Let's see. Let's see what we have for gear in town. This is great. I mean, it is a 200 gold wild man, but then you buy him and he rolls negative MDef, and you're like, well, great. What do I do with him? Like, this is their stat range that a wild man can roll. So what happens when you roll this guy and he's like 57 mat, no stars, negative MDef, negative RDef. But I got 123 stam. Yeah, that's what's up. He could also be a god. Hey, Night Sheepicus. Have a good one. Sleep well. And his wage is high too, right? I'm more interested in this cultist who has the possibility to be a banner. So this is 4 times 10, 79. Actually, it's 4.5 times 10, right? So it's 45. So it is 84. 87 after gifted. Throw our banner. Done. What is this armor? I don't think I don't roll enough cultists apparently. I'm like, what is this armor? What's going on right now? And then let's see if we can't get another defense bro out of somewhere. I like nets with legs, right? But I would prefer like another gambler with stars. Okay. Oh wow, he's good, chat. He's like very reasonable. He's very good. So 100% we roll this forward. Oh wow, this guy's all tatted up. So we roll this gear forward. We do need to do some selling. Tools are insane here. I would like a pole arm for that backline bro, but I don't know if we can afford it. Sell price is great here. We keep this mace. We're making shield mace bros, right? He actually hits things with throwing weapons. Yeah, his HP is sus for sure. Like, his HP is not where we want his HP to be. That is a very true statement. I'll put daggers on people. That flail, we probably end up having to sell this to make sure we stay ahead of pay. And I'm gonna sell it now while we have ambush trade routes. Do I have to buy giga expensive tools? Probably. What's a Goblin Slayer? What's that build? Giga expensive tools, chat. But I'm like obligated to. Like, that feels terrible. We are fight density check. We are 6 fights, 5 days. Not good for Glads. Should be quite a bit higher than that, but we're making it work. Looks like we're gonna get a beast fight while we're up here too, depending on what it is. I'll chase that after I do this. We have a net for Viper. We're not gonna mess around with these Glads. Good knife here. Good knife here. This mace is clearly better. Oh, Goblin Slayer? Okay. I've never seen him do that before, but I believe it sounds like something he would do. Like, make a guy specifically to kill goblins. Like, I don't doubt that. There's a universe where it's like net. So if I step into them, it's net blow this guy up. Right? That would be the play. If I step in. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to play this fight fairly aggressively. We want to avoid 2-on-1s on Glads except for Bear. Swings on our backliner, but that's fine. Mine finishes that guy off. Hey, Ellie with the subscription. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. And just so you guys know, all subs are going to improve in stream quality so we can make more content. I have a day job, so I just want to give everything right back to the community. Like, that's why like, if you guys are subbing, I just want you to know you're getting value. It's very important to me. Got fodder and danger up here. That's like a concern. But thank you again for the sub. I really appreciate the support. If I kill this guy, I probably get a break, which saves this guy. Yep. Yeah, this is fine. Get him. Good fight. Fodder living is a marked improvement from previous fights, but that's playing Glads. Like, that's Glads. You know, you throw bodies into the grinder, and the ones that live are the ones that live. Okay, this is fine. Let's see what the beast fight is, because we do want to unlock the scout. Nachos. How many nachos? Mini? How many is mini? Like 10? 8? Let me know what I'm dealing with here. 8? 8 nachos. There's no tier 3. We're a little... Our fodder's a little scuffed for nachos. But I think I fight it anyway. How many tier 2s? That's what I care about. 5, 6, 7, 8. No tier 2s? Okay. Deal. Let's kite them backwards. Let's line our glads up into them. It's awkward, right? Like, I'm actually going to support my fodder as opposed to supporting my glads. But the glads are fine in this fight. Like, I don't want to lose fodder that just got XP. They're not even fodder. Like, I'm actually going to make real builds out of these guys. Don't actually expect him to hit anything yet, guys. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So the key here is to just control corpses and try, like, we can deal with a tier 2 if it happens. A tier 3 probably wipes the run. So corpse control is pretty important. Lion could tank if I wanted him to. This guy has 32 rat, by the way. The not kill is great. I am going to give them a high ground tile on Lion to keep this guy alive. His armor's pretty scuffed. Don't want to accidentally kill it. So we give him a tier 2 here with this guy, right? But Lion melts him immediately. Get in there, new guy. Get in there. Get you a little. That's what we expect to happen. Again, we want to protect this guy from his armor's pretty scuffed. He eats 2 like headshots. He's in a bad spot. So let's try and do something. Anything. Okay. Hey, be a part of your own rescue, man. I like it. Okay. Good. Levels. Levels on bros. This is dagger spec for him. So now Katal can pop off in an extreme way. Right? Fight density check. We are 8 fights, 5 days. That really needs to be more like 10 for Glads, but that's okay. We stumbled a little bit in the beginning finding fights, but we're starting to get into the groove a little bit. We need to push initiative. Like, the target initiative on this build is like 140. It's kind of nuts, right? But it's 140 initiative before Hyena Pelt, dodge. Having an old run, it's still going. We like had just gotten another famed armor out of a camp. But there were some newer players in chat and people were looking for help with like starting runs and origins. So we did new company, got to like full raider gear on all of our guys, like day 20, like 2-ish deaths on fodder bros. Companions were all like level 4 and 5, like just kind of showing how that works. And then I did a poll and Glads won the poll. So I'm doing like the first 20 days of Glads to kind of show what that should look like. And how you kind of get set up to get a good run going at max difficulty. But now the old run, we're like we're doing whatever we want to whatever we want in that run, right? Like I have 15 or 16 forged armors in that run. So I'm just doing this project to like do something for newer players, because the early game is where people struggle, right? This is dagger spec on a Katalbro. This is a nimble tank. So let's keep doing nimble tank things, I suppose. There's a universe where I'm supposed to be clicking the 9 lives button here, just to help us stabilize. I think we're okay without it, but if this guy dies, feel free to flail me for not clicking 9 lives here. I'm acknowledging that it's a thing I should probably be doing, and I'm not doing it anyway. Really love the 20-day project. I still struggle with early, even with 400 hours. Pre-Nimble Battle Brother is a completely different game, I feel. Yeah. I hard agree. I should probably be clicking the natural 4 here. So the reason why I clicked the 4 on Stam instead of the 4 here, this is double stars. This is always going to be 4, right? In Resolve. That was a natural 4, no stars. So I want to take the good roll here because this roll is always going to be good. So when he rolls like a 2 here, I can click the 4 here. This guy, I don't know, he's just like a great shield mace bro, huh? His HP and his stam kind of suck for the job, but we'll make it work. This is a thrower banner, guys. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. We're gonna do it again. And then this is Colossus, so that he doesn't die to a marksman, because poachers will be spawning soon, and then marksman. He may get student at 4, or sorry, at 5 maybe, but The build take the thrower banner. The problem is it takes a lot of perks to get it running properly, because there you need a set of thrower perks and you need like rally, fortified mind, and quick hands, right? Because like in undead fights, he's throwing jabs, and then the Geist step in. He throws for like one more turn, and then quick hands to the banner. You know what I mean? So, deliver cargo, day west, maybe. We do need to heal a little bit. Nope, not doing the caravan. We take this. Those graves are empty. Grave robbers are Stranley. Nobody's seen those grave robbers, so maybe it's hogwash. South. Yesterday I had a run that beat 6 outlaw camp on day 3, killed a patrol that left the camp before, then a 6 raider 3 Bregan camp on day 4, then died day 5 anyway. Hey, you were redlining it, but if you're not redlining it, like, keep trying Octopus, and eventually you're going to be able to do that and not die. And then like day 20, you're going to be clearing orc country, and it's going to feel awesome. You're going to be getting like 335 durability armor, famed items like day 20, and it's going to feel incredible. So I know that there's a undead camp south of here. I might want to take a peek at that. I don't think we're not camp ready. You really want 12 running into camps. I'm going to click this button. Soft roll, but we take it. Let's head it back this way. Where's my next big town? Like, where are all my contracts at? Am I forced to play the south? This one is pretty big. That's a citadel. That's a dead end. This looks good. Yeah, so I need to get on this side and start farming like barbarians. Bought a ton of nets. Hey, nets win fights. Bunch of battles up here. What's killing stuff? Footprints? Anything? Peek in the woods? Okay. Something was killing things in here, but no scout, so we don't get the fight. I guarantee you if I have the scout and I walk through there, I get a fight, right? Follow the tracks with pleasure. Nothing I want to roll on. Allow me to punch above my weight class. That strat is really risky, but if I get a run off the ground, it's going to be broken. I mean, just shields and daggers and sticks. I mean, I use... So do you have the Puncture Bro build that we use? Just started the game a few days ago. Found a Fame Helm I can actually afford. Can you tell me if it's worth it for Nimble Bros? Well, first of all, welcome to the chat, Brandon. Thank you for being here. And that's a great question. First, before you buy that Nimble Helm, let me ask you a question. What day is it in game? And do you have your retinue set up? Do you have your retinue set up? Do you have your card upgrade? Do you have the things that scale you? What level is the bro that you're trying to buy the helm for? All that stuff. Because you'll buy that really shiny helm and put it on like a level 3 bro, and he will eat a crossbow bolt to the head from a marksman, and he'll be dead. So you want to make sure that all your other stuff is set up first. Like, buying famed items is a thing that typically comes very, very late in a run. Just complete the ambition. This is great. Oh, and I should probably... Day 77, 3 retinue, level 7 to level 8 bros mostly. Okay. What are the stats on the helm? That's like my next question is what are the stats on the helm and the cost? Like I could get behind like a cheap famed nimble helm because nimble armor is usually not that crazy expensive. So okay, get behind it. And while he answers that and I'm helping him, I just want to show chat something. Let me save this. Just for all the new people here, right? Like our runs at max difficulty, like this is what they look like late game, right? Like we're just like casually leveling. We're leveling better bros, but like this is what our runs look like. Right? This is day 167 and we're like this is my inventory. 45, 45, 4 fatigue, vision 1. Do I normally level 4 bros in the back? This is actually what goes in my back line for this build. Like these are forge throwers. This was a build I was testing. And it actually worked really well. We daggered. This is the wall of daggered knights and hedge knights. But we're leveling some higher quality bros because we use like this is like a nimble bro that made it. What is the max bros you can have? First of all, hey, good to see you, Mac. It depends on the origin. So some origins have restrictions on like how big your roster can be. Most origins, with the exception of like one, you can have 12 bros on the field. And then you either have room for 8 more on your bench that you can rotate in and out. Some origins, you basically can't have a bench. Like, you can only have 12 bros. But that's how it works. But yeah, this is how our runs look at like this stage of the game. It's a really good, really good helm. And yeah, I have dogs. Like I have dogs to use and that type of thing. But yeah, this run is like pre-monolith. We're like doing all the prep for monolith. We got consumables for it. We got holy water for it. Getting the rest of our equipment. We like just got another famed armor. It's a pretty good helm. That sounds like a very good helm. Hey, no problem, man. That's what I'm here for. Um, but yeah, so this is like us just doing whatever we want to in a run at max difficulty, but that's not what we're doing right now. We're testing starts. That's a card upgrade. Sorry, that's what I was asking if you had your card upgrade. That's this right here. So before you buy that helm, you need this. You want to be pushing this button. This scales your income. The more loot you can carry without having to walk back to sell, the more money you're making in a run. All right. Where are these? Wow, they jetted, huh? It's this right here. It's the donkey. It's the donkey, and then you can buy a wagon for 10K. Then you can buy a big wagon for 20K. 7 thugs, not a problem. Glads are gonna smoke that. Don't care if we fight it at night. Our range bro isn't doing anything anyway. Like, let's be real. Yeah, that's like one of the most. I would click that before you click that helm. It's one of the most important upgrades on the, like, I'm not even considering buying famed and that type of stuff. Or video is frozen. All right, give me 1 second. I'll refresh, guys. Don't worry about it. Cool. All right, this is just that 7 thug contract that we were doing. So you didn't miss much. But yeah. All right. I mean, I kite these things back. I see how they, let's see how they move first. I don't really want a whole bunch of these things on one fodder, bro. Right? Like, our fodder's actually leveling at a reasonable clip. He steps here, shield walls. He's gonna get 2 fodder bros on him next turn. Or 2 fodder bros, 2 thugs on him next turn. Let's put this guy on high ground. If they go for it, they're dumb. Glads, we just wanna blow these guys up. Bear and Lion are gonna flip because Bear is gonna tank up here for us. Oh. I was gonna say we'll 2-on-1 this guy with Lion and Viper, but that didn't. I mean, okay. I guess no plan survives first contact. This guy has like, what's this guy's rat? This is why I love throwing weapons, by the way. This guy has 44 rat, right? Absolutely abysmal. Cannot use any other throwing weapon in the game right now, right? 60 rat, or 60% chance to hit, because throwing weapons are plus accuracy weapons. Another reason I love throwing weapons, by the way. He just stepped into a dead man's tile. Bear's in a dead man's tile, but he's Bear. So for those of you who don't know what I mean when I say dead man's tile, remember, things in base to base are providing a plus accuracy to hit bonus to other things trying to swing. So when Lion swings, he's getting bonus accuracy from Hyen being in contact here, from Bear being in contact, and from Viper being in contact, right? So if you step into a three-man concave, or let the AI just create one on its own, we call that a dead man's tile, right? Bear can sit in a dead man's tile because he's Bear, right? There are bros you build specifically to be able to do that job. But I digress. All right. Ow, the 23% chance. I swear it's like 100% chance to get the puncture. All my Battle Brothers players out there, that is the Battle Brothers equivalent of like missing the 99% sectoid shot in XCOM. Like, that is the Battle Brothers equivalent of that. Is like 5% chance to puncture, hits every time. Every time. Alright, good fight. Did we take an injury? Oh, we did. Miserable. And it's a minus MDEF injury. Super miserable. We will have to consider that in our future fights? Levels. So we're just power leveling good bros for positions at the moment. Stay small, which keeps the contract scaling small. I'm not going to betray my employer. I don't want to hostile any factions or anything like that. Braiding is an option. If my fight density was really crappy, guys, I would be jacking up peasants like right now. But right now, there are plenty of actual bad guys, so we don't have to do that. But I'm not above hitting a caravan. I will do it. Like, don't tempt me. I'll do it. Like, taking a look at the map, I'm also trying to do these first 20s without raiding, with the exception of the raider origin. Obviously, we're going to raid in that origin when we do that one. Like, if I was looking at this map, this faction up here, or maybe this faction in the middle here, one of these two factions would get got. Right? Like, that would probably make a lot of sense to me. I don't want to mess with my contract loop down here, but most likely that I'd be sniffing out caravans. 5 nachos? Come here, boy. Save up 2,000 crowns. You want to get the banner up as soon as possible. Not being able to fight undead is a thing. All right. So we delayed for student. That's why we got hit, is we didn't shield spec or take dodge. Don't blame RNG, blame yourself, right? This is like his last resolve roll, right? If we do this, like, I'm okay with that. I think I'm going to go DRA on this guy, right? So we take dodge. And then this guy is a shield mace to support Viper on the stuns. Right, so we flip like this. We give this guy one of our maces. He's supporting Viper. Eventually, this guy gets a different weapon. For now, it doesn't matter. And then Lion, we said he's going to be a dodge reach advantage, bro. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say all these acronyms, you can check this out. This was done by a good friend of mine, Some Weird Sins, one of the best to ever stream this game. He doesn't stream it much anymore these days, because the man's busy, but I use a lot of these builds as templates, and then like I do my own kind of thing from there. But it's a very good basis for newer players just to like correctly build bros. So when I say DRA, you can look at that sheet and you'll see where it says DRA, dodge, reach advantage, all that stuff. Oh yeah, Sins is like Giga Brain. Like, he plays hardcore Catal meta. Yeah, Brandon, for you, that would help a lot. That would help a lot, I think. All right, he's done with resolve. He needs HP. He needs, like, I want to get him to like 100 HP, guys. But it may not happen. Yeah, that's Some Weird Strats on YouTube. His current meta isn't really well documented on YouTube though. But I can, like, I'll do a Catal run at some point, like a true Catal run. This is what this run would be. This is the beginning of a Catal run. Like, this is what we're building into. But Lion, he's got Colossus, Dodge, Gifted. He doesn't really have a perk here because we don't know what weapon he's going to be on, right? He has his defensive perks set, so we can greed for student now. He's fairly safe. Also, come here, boy. Nah, don't run. Yeah. That man is not he's not trying to have fun. He's trying to defeat the game in detail. Like, I might mess around. Like, Force Throwers is probably me messing around. Like, Force Throwers is not a build that Sin's made. Like, that's a blue original. And y'all saw what they did last run. Like tanking Orc Warriors and Chosen and possessed fallen heroes, and it just didn't matter. Also, thank you, Battle Brothers, for this jacked up terrain roll. I really appreciate it. It's early in the game. We don't have Pathfinder or anything like that. If we try to climb up this and fight, we're gonna get stuck like right here. Huh. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay. Sorry. This is a 5 stack of nachos. What I was saying was we spawned like right here. We don't want to run up this high ground at them because we don't have Pathfinder. They do. We get stuck and like end up in low ground tiles and they just annihilate us. They literally eat our guys. Also, I learned something interesting today, chat. Apparently, Noxair is German for after eater. And I'm like, y'all could have just called them ghouls. You know what I mean? Because there are already zombies in the game. But like, alright. Since we have to be all different. But yeah, so we just want to engage these things on reasonable terrain. The goal is to maim and not kill, because we don't want to give them corpses to eat, because otherwise they like digivolve on us, and we don't want that. Noxair is German for nacho. Wouldn't be surprised. We just don't want to deal with like corpse control is important. You just don't want to turn like a nacho snack into a nacho supreme. You know what I mean? Dagger spec, doing dagger spec things. The other thing we can do is we can get him a Rondel dagger, and his alternative function is to farm gear for us in raider fights. Like, that is also a thing that he can be used for. Now that he has spec. In fact, let's put a tier 2 dagger on him. And now he also has another function, right? We don't want to do Alps. We don't have the flagpole yet, right? In fact, I want to clear this so I can potentially get another contract. We're gonna do contracts through. We can either do contracts through here, or we can push back south and try to run at the arena some more. That's another thing we can do. We're probably a lot better in the south than we were. Let's do that. Let's get some more arena fights in. Let's get some more southern contracts. If we're feeling fancy, we'll buy some trade goods. What direction is this? 2 days west. I don't think so. I don't think west, like, so the caravan is going to, it's going past the dead end, right? It's going here. There are contracts here. I mean, I don't normally do caravans in this situation, I think. But the problem is if we go to the arena, we're down there for a while too, right? It's fine. Looking for fights. Something else you can do while we wait for this wagon to do its thing. You could actually take this contract and cancel it, and the caravan keeps going with only a couple caravan hands because you were the guard, and then hostile. Oh god, and then hostile the caravan. We fight this, but and then hostile the caravan, and that's a great way to start raiding. Not having a net feels extra medium, right? Like that feels pretty bad. Let's think here. Can't be stunned, can be dazed. Let me think for a minute about how I want to approach this fight. So I think we want to let them move. We're 100% kiting back. I just want to see where this berserker goes. Okay. So it's very, 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 very important that we make the caravan hands take contact for us. It's like hyper critical. Thank you for spear walling and messing up their movement, AI. Really appreciate that. And by appreciate it, I mean I actually don't. How do I want to handle this? Okay, we got a double concave here. That's pretty good. Let's get ready to kill this berserker, like immediately. Not the donkey. My best Shrek impression. If he connects on Viper, this is a bad day for us. Hopefully he doesn't. Okay. That was not a risk-free play. orcs, man. They don't have quick hands. This orc is gonna swing on these. The berserker is like the only thing that I'm actually scared of, right? And then everything else we can manage. Okay. Oh, that confident went away. Oh, wipe that smile off your face. How about that? This guy is out of ammo. He's just kind of here at this point, huh? How far back was the orc warrior or berserker swing? I want to see if I can see it. I wanted to see. I want to see what the berserker rolled on. Probably wasn't very high, right? Viper has like 29 MDef right now. It's not a lot, but it's also an early game berserker, right? They have less mat than you think. It's just when they do hit you, like the guy's dead. All right. This axe sells for a grip, which is good for us. And like just getting a fight there is like good enough for us, right? They said I was crazy when I said I was going to turn this guy into a thrower banner. I'll show you crazy. I'll show you crazy. I don't want a swamp fight, which means I'm probably going to get it. Actually, this was a fight for us, right? Something just killed it. Not a swamp fight. Get to the other side of the swamp. Okay. All right, come on. Come and get it. Dinner bell. I know you want it. I see battle sites. Come and get it. Come on. Nope. Okay. I mean, we got a fight from that. That's fine. That's like all you can really ask for. We wait till daytime and buy tools and ammo. Reasonable tools, reasonable ammo. Does this guy have quick hands yet? He needs a second stack of throwing weapons pretty bad. He doesn't. He's like nowhere near quick hands. The problem with that build is it needs 1 billion perks. Brigands off Mossy Shelter. So learning the names of locations is very, very good, right? Mossy Shelter tells me that it's a tier 1 camp. This is a thug mansion, right? This is the little thug hut that's never fortified, right? The name gives me a lot of information as to whether or not I want to take this fight and how dangerous it is, right? So if it said like drive off brigands at like Death Star, Galactica, Doom Fortress, right? Maybe I would reconsider it, right? But this is a thug mansion. This should be fine. If I had a little bit more money, I would consider buying a net with legs here. Fishermen are mediocre hires, right? They have reasonable H. They have like a versus a day tailor. They have, I want to say, +5 to HP and +5 to fatigue, and nothing else really going on. But frequently they come with nets, right? So like late game, I'll just chain roll. I'll just buy fishermen because they're nets with legs, and they're nets that I can buy when I can't buy them in town, right? And as discussed previously, nets are insanely powerful. So, but I have a net in my inventory. As always, we're constrained by gold in this origin. So, you know, econ problems. This is just thugs. That's fine for us. They don't have ranged. We do. They'll run at us. We are egregiously outnumbered, but it doesn't matter. There's a quality difference, right? We kite them back, as is tradition. Hey, well, while we're getting ready to steamroll these thugs, I just want to say thank you to everybody who stopped by, everybody who's showing support. I really appreciate it. I've been having a whole bunch of fun with Battle Brothers. It's like a niche game. Like, the people who like it love it. And there just isn't a whole bunch of current content on it, and there have been tons of updates. So there are tons of videos from like 5 years ago when the game first came out. A lot's changed since then. That was kind of how I got into finding people online for it. And then eventually how I got into streaming it. So I'm happy to see this turnout for this game. This game is very, very underappreciated for what it is. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Could have been anywhere on your, well, I guess Sunday morning now, but that's all. I probably should have just popped him regular there instead of trying for a stun, but it's all good. Turn order, this is acting, this is acting. Viper's gonna kill this guy. I think I just want to provide some help up here. Or miss. Missing also works. Morale break? Didn't get it. I tried. Don't puncture me. Have a heart. Okay. Like, he never kills Viper here, but injuries are super obnoxious right now. Because we're, like, depending on these three to carry us, right? And I think after this origin, we'll... Oh, okay. I thought he was going to step in. After this origin, we'll do... Alright, I won't dagger this guy. I'll just kill him. We'll do Raiders. So we'll show, like, first 20 days. Probably 25, because Raiders takes... There's, like, -5 days in the first 5 days of Raiders. And then after that, it kind of takes off. But we'll do that. We'll do that next, guys. All right, it's over. We did not get hit that fight. That's a good sign. 70 mil, tools, ammo, trade goods, profit, XP, you know, all good stuff. Hitting wagons is still on the table. Raiding wagons is still on the table. I don't think we need to, but it's I'm not above it either. Although we don't hit southern wagons, we saw what conscripts do. That's a battle site. Keeping my eyes peeled for footprints. Like these right here. Oh yeah, those raiders just survived a battle of some kind. Not gonna survive this though. And also, We're gonna start dagger out on Viper because we're gonna puncture whatever they have. This is a bro we're building as a nimble tank. Yeah. This is all good. This is his shield spec level. We decided to build Bear as a DRA as well because we have another shield mace. We have another shield mace to support Viper in the meantime. Okay. Cool. All right. So if you have a guy who has dagger spec, like you just want to take advantage of it, and one of the things you can do is use that to get armor. So that's a thing that we are going to do here. Throwing weapons is actually good. It gives us time to do our thing. Yeah, that's fine. It's also quite profitable when all your bros are geared up. I thought, oh, okay. I was like, huh? I was like, it can? I was like, what mod is this? Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yes, that's 100% correct, Scorpio. Like, after you're fully loaded out, and you have easy fights where you can dagger Raider gear, like each one of those is like increasing your net profit by around 100, right? It's a pretty big deal. He's gonna step and get a swing, but I kind of don't care. Like, maybe I care. Ow. My tools. Butter knife. Okay. Make sure this doesn't swing again. So here we just sit here and dagger like 3 armors because we can. Because Battle Brothers decided to give us this, right? So there may be some very new players. Drop chance depends on the durability for armor. Depends on the durability of the armor when you kill the enemy. That can, for body armor. For helms, it's the durability of the helm minus 40%. So the highest drop chance a helm can ever have is 60%. Body armor can have 100% drop chance. Which is definitely a thing worth noting. It's fine, no injury. And we're still at net profit doing this daggering. Plus we still need the armor. That's the other thing, right? Yeah. Weapons, the drop chance is actually set at the beginning of, or melee weapons, the drop chance is actually set at the beginning of the fight. Doesn't matter what you do. When you kill the enemy, it's either going to drop or it's not. Throwing weapons, it depends on if they're holding it when you kill them. And there's the variable is how much ammo is left in the stack when you kill them. Okay, we got 3 armors and a helm out of that. So we have stuff for bros, right? So now he has a better helm. He actually has 95 mil instead of 88. He has 90 mil. He has brigand armor now. So upgrades, right? We took more tools damage when we wanted to. I was sloppy letting the bill hook swing on me, but it doesn't matter. We got stuff we needed. Unless you're doing Northern Raiders campaign, there's a different. Yeah, there's a different drop chance there. You basically have to destroy the armor to not get it. In that origin. Recruits? Range recruits? Oh, poachers. I could try and high roll a poacher. I don't have hunters on this seed, so I'm thinking about alternatives for my backline. It's just you need like the god of poachers to be able to do the types of builds that I like to do with my backlines. You know what I mean? There's a very cheap killer on the run. Things we're interested in, but we don't want to increase the scaling of the game for no reason. What's our sell price here? Again, use a shield for common denominator. So 16%, 16 is fine. So let's sell loot. See if we can't trigger the ambition. I think we're done with sub raider gear, raider tier gear. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Don't at me. Cool. Let's trigger this ambition. All right. We sat on that ambition for a while, but that's okay. His mat is trash and will always be trash, but this is a plus accuracy weapon. So, I mean, he's actually swinging on 57s. Like, he'll hit stuff eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. Chatty's not gonna hit anything. And then this is a brigand contract. Worn down fortress. So worn down fortress, that tells me it's a gray building. It could be a tier 1, could be a tier 2. KOT run has bad events though. KOT run. Can you clarify? Sorry. We've been going hard for a while, chat. Yeah, I mean, 2 skull brigands, but we're underscaling cap, like we're fine. Okay, so this is a tier 2 fortress. We know it's brigands. It does not have fortifications. It's out in the open, which is fine for us. And typically with Glads, I'll stay small. Oh. This is fine. Let's put good armor on him. Let's make sure we're repairing this, but let's put different armor on him. They're not going to run at us, which feels pretty bad. We're going to let the range units shoot. I mean, they're thugs. Thugs are pretty dumb. Thugs might still run at us in this scenario, actually. Like thugs run at you in weird spots where they just shouldn't. Okay, that's fine. So let's decide where we want to hit them at. I think we want to hit them at up top, and we want to make contact with a tank. So let's set up for that. Okay. Well, let's see how that works out for you, Mr. Thug. As I was saying, thugs run at you in really dumb spots where they just shouldn't. Viper's going to take a lot of contact if we do this, but he's probably fine. Let's close this up. Okay. We dagger this guy for value if we can. Dagger mastery, it does stuff. All right. So the big thing is if we were hiring more bros, the game would start scaling, right? The patrol. So locations don't care how many bros you have. Patrols are a mix of your company strength and time, right? So patrols are kind of somewhere in between. So the reason why these patrols are so soft is because we haven't grown past 6 bros, right? Now patrols are still more dependent on time, right? And it's only day 10, but I guarantee you we'd be looking at marksmen if I was like rushing to 12 bros right now. Levels, another armor set, another helm, all good stuff. Tools, ammo, XP, grind on. Shield maces are stam hungry, but his HP is kind of a problem. This is his shield spec level. This is his rally level. We'll take this 4. What we're actually looking for is 4s in fatigue, but we'll get those as we go. We're basically from here alternating best HP roll, best fatigue roll. Post nimble, he's just an arrow catcher. Like people are gonna shoot him, he's gonna have like 120 HP. Nimble, like he's just, it doesn't matter. He's gonna catch arrows so that our Battleforge bros don't die to armor pin at like 80 HP. All right, so we have a functioning banner up. We have enough gear to gear out another bro, which is good. Let's upgrade Viper to this while his actual armor repairs. This is damaged. We might swap it out if it's not repaired before the next area. Oh, also we have a better spear. Not that our tank is hitting stuff, but when he hits stuff, chat, we want it to hurt. We could also drop the shield on bear so that we have double grip. It depends on what we're fighting. Thugs and a few raiders. So for this fight specifically, it's tempting to take this sword and make it a flail. and flail like literally as much gear as possible. Let's also drop the shield on bear. We'll pocket shield. We'll hedge ourselves. So we have two things activating death blow. We have a flail to line up into things that don't have a helm. Two defensive bros who can take contact. We have rally and resolve being boosted. We're in very good shape for a small team, right? Let's also get another dagger on a guy. No ranged enemies. We take this during the day. I mean, we would take it during the day anyway because it would only be poachers if it was ranged units. Like the net effect of that isn't very much. That's not a screen freeze. That's just a long load screen. If it froze, I'll just reload it. Yeah, this looks like a reload to me. One sec, chat. These things happen with Battle Brothers. It's okay. All right, let's jump in right back where we were. So what do we want to dagger, right? We could try daggering this guy for a helm. I'm more interested in cleaning up things. This guy we want to dagger for his armor. We can do that last. So yeah, that's fine. But let's get some kills first before we commit to the dagger plan. Okay, well, let's see how well that works out for that brigand. He's like pretty well. So what the brigands are focusing on is they're seeing this guy's low MDef, and they want to hurry up and get on him, and we're just like not gonna let that happen, right? Like we literally just flip to the other side. in a perfect universe, in a perfect universe, we never let this axe swing. This high ground tile is bait for this axe to walk on, and then we'll flail him. That's fine. He screened his own guy's attack there. So an interesting, like, philosophical question, right? Do I go for the kill here? He has an action. He hasn't moved yet. This guy has pretty high MDef. Armor, 2 helms, tools. Y'all, chat, y'all beginning to see a trend here? All right. We're getting our raider gear set up so that we can hire into better bros. We're probably hiring from here mid-tier recruits, right? We're probably skipping a lot of the early game backgrounds. So we're going to jump, kind of propel ourselves into the mid game. So we're going to hire things like retired soldiers to make fatigue neutral bros out of. You hire things like super cheap sellswords. I just am not allowed to have hunters on this map. So although forest towns do have a base chance to spawn hunters, so we could still see some here. It's nowhere near as likely as when you have the Hunter's Cabin. So our quest here, beasts, hunt down webnecks. Webnecks in the woods. So that's a guaranteed ambush. We want the beast fights for the scout. We just have to be aware that it's a guaranteed ambush unless we can somehow like trigger the fight from outside the woods. But the AI is pretty good about keeping the fight in the actual woods, right? Also, Viper's armor is done. And we have an armor upgrade for this guy as well. Let's have him start throwing weapons out for this. We want plus accuracy weapons, right? Webnecks don't have very much health or armor. He probably connects with his mace. Dagger's probably fine. We definitely want spears on these guys, though. Do we? Oh, ambition. This is an interesting one, right? So 8 contracts. That can actually take a really long time to do 8 contracts. We're not going back to the south for a while, so the middle 2 aren't really in play. So it's either 8 contracts or discover a camp. If I had to pick which one we're likely to do first, if we're pushing north, we're likely to kill a thrall camp pretty soon. We were really hoping for rally. Rally is the one we wanted. If these don't go to the woods, it's a much better fight for us. Yeah, see, and then they just kind of like are trying to stay in the woods, right? Like, you all see that? But we didn't get the ambush event, which is real great. So here's the deal with Web Next. They're really dumb. If you back up, they'll run into you, give you a whole bunch of free attacks, and then their first turn of actions, they're going to web you, and you're going to get a bunch of free attacks again. And then you have to worry about taking damage. There is an egg close to us. That's not great. Like, we just kind of deal with it. I think we're gonna roll support down this way. It looks like they're trying to flank us hard on this side. Dagger mastery, try it. All right, there's a chance that after enough of them spawn, they'll come back. So I actually want to move myself to like a better terrain situation in case that happens. Like there's actually a very good chance that that happens. Yeah, so they run at 4 and they charge us at 5, right? Which is fine. I'm actually okay, like, even letting more of them make base-to-base contact so that the others don't run, so that we get the XP. You know what I mean? Like, not a big deal. Let's break web. Didn't get it. Feels medium. Alright, and then they run again. I don't think they're coming back. That should be it for the egg spawns. Cool. Never silk. Never blessed with silk. Never fancy nets. Fighting beasts is funny. You kill like 10 of the northern unholds, you get like 1 of the furs, like two bones, and then like everything else is like strange meat. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this fight, then I'm gonna get additional fur padding and bone plating for my guys. It's gonna pop off, and that's not what happens. It's like, that's never what happens. Bro's doing well. Looking for a place to sell. We are gonna push north. Nothing there for us to do. Small town here. I want to get further north because I want to hit a thrall camp for this ambition. Like, we should be fine. It's like the small tier thrall camps. They're gonna have like 7 thralls and be worth $1,000 in loot. So we want to do those earlier rather than later. And Barb Country is usually very active with enemies. So it's good for keeping your fight density up. Like all things we care about. Something killed something, barbs. 10. There's a conversation about shields here. Into this many range threats. So this is probably 2 to 3 dogs and 7 to 8 thralls. The problem is if the whole stack has throwing weapons, it feels really bad, right? I think we go pocket shields on people in case we get in trouble. We'll go lighter pocket shield, right? For fatigue purposes. We don't need a dagger in our pocket. Not that it matters, it doesn't have any fatigue. But we 100% want this fight. We also want those 7 brigands that just came out the woods. So this is 3 dogs, 8 thralls, or 3 dogs, 7 thralls. Of course, throwing weapons for days. And of course, they spawn us in a crater. Because, you know, Battle Brothers. Things that are fine, right? Like, we just deal with it. Nice rotate, bro. That's this is bad. This is worrisome right here. Got a dog on us in the crater. You just shield wall and chill. You just shield wall, don't die while the glads carry you. A lot of damage on our banner right now. Banner might die here. That's a very real thing that could happen. I don't have a good way to get him support. It's just kind of the way we rolled into the terrain here. Like, that happened. Just doing glad things. Don't mind me. Again, shield wall. Let the glads carry. You just need the support, the supporting cast to not die. My tools. All right. Okay. I mean, they're so profitable, right? All right, so now we get to do something really cool. This level, we get to take Relentless, right? Now we get to start double turning enemies with Viper. So here's how this works. You pass turn, right? Thing with disabling action, thing that has the net, thing that has the mace, whether it's going to stun or daze. Stagger also works. Whatever's going to disable your enemy for the Katal combo, right? then moves, does its disabling action. Then Viper steps with Dagger Mastery, gets 1 to 2 death blows, right? He has Relentless. At 11, he's going to have over 155 initiative. Right now, it's over 120. It's still pretty dang high. Most enemies are still going to fall for this, even before he's level 11. So he does the 1 to 2 death blows, and then the turn ends, right? He's Relentless, 120 plus initiative. He acts first at the top of turn order. The thing that was stunned, dazed, staggered, netted is still whatever status effect it was because it hasn't acted. And then you triple death blow it at the top of the turn. And you're like, dang, that's a lot of damage. He's huge. He's going to get Executioner, and he's going to have Duelist. It's a lot of damage. This drops Unholds. This drops Orc Warriors. This just, it slaughters. He needs Stam in order to do his thing. Like, that's fine. DRAs get Underdog. He also needs Stam too. Like, I probably need to start pushing the Stam button sooner rather than later. We'll click the HP button one more time. Is there a max for stats that you want to stop putting points into? Heard you mention initiative. Is there one for Mat or MDef? For a frontliner, I want as much as possible in both Mat and MDef, but I will trade. I will trade. Usually Mat. I'll trade Mat if somebody isn't at benchmark for HP. For what the build is supposed to be doing. Generally, we're not taking ones in Mat. If there's a problem somewhere else, Stam, HP, fatigue. Even if I won't take a 1 in Mat. Like if I roll a 4 in RDef and like HP resolve, like this side of the column is good. Oh, do I have enough freeze now? Okay. And this side of the column is good, right? Then I will actually take, I'll take that 4 in RDef all day, right? Because marksman kill bros. So it just really depends on the build, what the benchmarks are. But Mat and MDef, specifically MDef, I want like literally as much as possible. When I get to 50 MDef, right? If I'm still rolling like not veteran levels, right? Like I'm probably looking for like literally anything else that I can improve that makes a difference. But I'm gonna keep pushing the MDef button usually. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm like MDef is like the most important stat for a frontliner. Poachers and raiders, awkward terrain. We have pocket shields. Guys are healthy. I probably want to fight them on even terrain because Battle Brothers, like they just did, will spawn me in a crater. You know what I mean? They'll spawn me in a crater and the poachers will just get to tee off on me. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. Yeah, like it really depends on how like is someone, are they struggling in another area, right? Because if a guy has 100 HP, and he's like where he needs to be in other categories, right? And it's like Matt or more HP, I'm gonna take Matt, right? I don't know if I want to go into low ground here. Probably not. I probably just set a kill zone right here and let them walk into it. Like if they don't run at me, actually, hang on. I forgot, we just took Relentless, right? Okay. This guy's shield walling with riposte up, so this is perfect, right? I get to do the thing. So we wait. Stun. That's probably fine. Concerned about this up here, but not that concerned. Death blow. Death blow. In turn. Hey, it's my turn again. This hasn't had a chance to act. Death blow. That's how that works. This thing almost dead. I actually want to move here to set up on this. Oh, hey, it's my turn again. Hey, that's kind of neat. Doing a thing. This is a shield mace, not a tank, but he can probably hold this here like all day. So let's go ahead and kill this thing, and then we'll come back and dagger this guy before he can get away. All right. That's fine. Ow. You're supposed to be able to hold that position. He runs away, don't care. Cool. He's fleeing. Okay, that works. More armor, more helms. We should probably have put one of these better helms on this guy, huh? I mean, we probably find a thrall camp if we just... Those things are pretty common too. So I like taking a peek during the day. We're like 1 point of rat from being able to get the morale boost from that event. Feels medium. I'm just gonna kind of bypass this small town. Looking for a thrall camp for the ambition. I see footprints. These are goblins. That's not what we want. Not at all. At some point over here we'll find a yeah, that's a goblin camp. Goblins are the least profitable fight in the game. I generally avoid them. Early game, they're super dangerous. Late game, they're easy. In both cases, they're not worth the loot. Follow the tracks? Sure. I mean, there's stuff here. This run is at a place where we might start trying to high roll poachers. Like, that's a very real thing that we might end up needing to do here. Also, our bag is pretty full. What's our sell price here? Shield check. 16. 16 is an acceptable price. We're like approaching the realm of being able to just afford the scout, which is pretty good. Yeah, all this seems great. We can probably part ways with a couple of these shields too. Keep some. Let's check retinue. We have the scav unlocked. We need like one more beast fight, huh? Okay. $300-day challenge run is going fine. I'm glad to hear it. Talk to me about some of what's going well for you. I love to hear it. I love hearing about other runs that people have going that are like pretty sweet. Any sweet builds? Raider start day 100. Okay. I'm actually cool with them jetting this way because maybe we catch a maybe we find a thrall hut while we're out here. Like, we'll take the scenic route back. You know what I mean? All legendary sites? Okay. That's dope. Let's line ourselves up into them properly. Because they're aiming for one of our expert low Iron Man unexplored. Okay. Cool, man. Are you like being aggressive busting camps? Are you like kind of taking your time and building Super Bros. What's your strategy there? Both work, right? One's obviously faster than another, but if you know you're going to be playing 300 days, like it's perfectly logical to slow roll it. Seed isn't random consumed. That's fine. That's acceptable. This is great for us, right? Like, we blow up one threat, we blow up another threat. We're gonna act before this acts, so we're gonna kill this before it gets to swing. It's dead anyway. Relentless is silly. Relentless is a silly perk. Like, Relentless is one of those perks that, like, it doesn't make sense until you, like, see what it does tactically. Then you're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. You just have to build a bro for it. I wanted to feed my banner a kill there. Didn't get it, though. He nopes out. That's fine. Don't care. Guys will get away when you're running like small party. Like you just don't have the bodies to zone of control everything. That's fine. Like you're still getting a metric ton of XP per guy. Which is why you do this. Which is why you do the like stay small meta. Okay. Nimble tank doing nimble tank things. He's got Colossus, he's got Gifted, he's got Shield Expert. So things that nimble tank wants, right? Nimble tank wants in the top half of the tree, Nimble Tank wants bags and belts. Nimble Tank wants recover. And then we're not necessarily taking flex perks on this guy yet because we don't know what our flex perk is going to be. Let's go ahead and do bags. So bags lets you have backup shields for free because orcs, barbarians love shredding your shields. Your tank can hold 3, 4, sometimes 5 or 6 enemies in place until their shield breaks. So bags and belts is a very, very good tool on a tank to allow you to do that. It's almost daytime. We're in Goblin Country, which is like cool. So we just know the part of the map we don't ever want to play. But I don't mind looking out here. Because sometimes you get, well, we found Icy Cave. Again, we're taking the scenic route back because we're trying to finish this ambition. Looks like we're not getting anything. That's fine. Let's go ahead and head back. Or it's nighttime, so let's, I guess, keep walking for a second. It's surprising that we haven't found even like a barbarian camp of any kind. Okay. Like, that's fine. This is going Grimstad, a day east. We most assuredly get fights taking this caravan. But I want to walk a little through the wilds a little bit, like on the edge of the wilds, because I want relatively cheap tools. I want to find, like I said, like a thrall hut, a thug mansion, something we can fight. Food is insane here, huh? What's the cheapest food? 117? That's 3 days of food? Okay. We're probably out of, like, this tier armor, right? And let's check our recruiting pool while we're here. This is a cheap raider, so we could roll on a premium background now. Like that's fine. I don't want to blow my whole capital stack on a guy until I have my retinue, right? So this is like a noob trap, right? You're like, run's going well, we're winning a whole bunch of fights. You got 2K, you're like, I have it like a day of pay if I roll on this guy. Don't do this. Get your retinue, get your card upgrades before you start buying premium mid-game backgrounds and better. Like really cheap, but like that's a huge but. Yeah. I will, however, roll on this brawler. He's cheap. If he sucks, we just dismiss him. But brawlers have a good stat range, right? And they can high roll very, very, very hard. 150 gold is not a huge investment to look. Meh, he sucks. Easy. We dismiss him because we don't want the game to scale on us for a bad bro. These are barbarians. The footprints came from over here, so there's probably a camp we can fight right here. 9 thralls, just thralls. Seems good. And we want to fight them not in the woods. Just to get the assassin. So your off nobles, you're the bastard, the disowned noble, the deserter, the disowned noble, deserter. There's like one more I'm missing. Those can actually high roll super hard. If they're cheap, roll on those. And when I say cheap, I mean very cheap, because they're probably going to be bad, right? But if they're not bad, they're gods. Like the top end of their stat range is actually kind of nuts. Thralls are one of the enemies. So the reason why this build has 140 before Hyena Pelt as the breakpoint for initiative is that's the point where you're faster than everything in the game. So there are going to be things that are faster than you until you get to your breakpoint. Not many, and most of the things that are faster than you are going to be really light. You're going to deal with some beasts that are kind of speedy. That bullet time sound. Even after a hyena pelt, they're faster? I'd have to check their initiative. I mean, I believe you, but I'd have to check their initiative. Let's see. Goblins. Skirmisher. Skirmisher has 130 initiative. You're faster than the Skirmisher. After the Hyena Pelt, you're faster than an Ambusher, right? Because 140 plus the Hyena Pelt puts you at 155. And you have Relentless, they don't. You're faster than a Wolf Rider. Wolf Riders have 130. You're faster than the Wolf itself. It has 140. You're faster than the Shaman. It has 110. You're faster than the Overseer. It has 120. No. No. 140 with the Hyena Pelt. Like, the next thing I would want to check would be like a Blade Dancer or a like it takes something really crazy to be faster than that. Like 140 is base before Pelt. So the footprints came from over here, so I want to check like right about in here for a camp. Hey, free dog. Nothing. Got battle sites. There's usually an abundance of... There we go. I'm like, bruh. I've never gone this long without finding a thrall camp. This is mace spec. And then he gets his mace. So now I have two guys supporting Catalbros, which means it's also time to start shopping for another Catalbro. Oh, he blocked my thing, chat. What a jerk. I only denied 2 enemy attacks. What a ripoff. I demand a refund. Don't need to use ammo. Just kill it. Okay. Ambition complete. And this is what I mean when I say thrall camps, you make a lot of money. When you fight barbs, you pretty much always get one of their tribal trinkets. You get some number of crowns. You fight these camps, you get lower tier trade goods. So you think this is what? Just over 400 gold? Like 440, something like that. Yeah, like 440. This is 440. This takes us to 570, right? This is 80. Like, this is almost $1,000 worth of stuff for like that little bit of work, right? And we get the ambition complete. And then you start chaining ambitions, right? Because the next ambition we're going to click on is going to be the have a guy with rally. we already do. That auto completes, right? The question I have to ask myself is, am I chain rolling on like poachers looking for range bros? And I think I am, because I don't have hunters this seed. Like, that would be my solution, is I would chain roll. You have to roll a lot of poachers to get good enough guys. But it's a thing you can do. I do. Hunt down with terrorizes. That's our last beast fight. This is a barbarian trail, or camp. So first things first, let's get our last beast fight done. Probably nachos or puppies this far north. Might be webnecks, because there's woods right here, but they're booking it though. Okay, it's wolves, no problem. So this is our last beast fight, right? Poachers can definitely do the job. I don't like being into this high ground, but I need to attack. Like, sometimes Battle Brothers does that to you. Hey, Artorius 16 with the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, my guy. Hope you're having an incredible, at this point, Sunday morning. I think I want to step here so we don't get yeeted from low ground, or from high ground onto low ground. Yep. That's why we blocked that tile. At least this guy didn't get double teamed this turn because we did that. We can take some tools damage. We just don't want an injury. Injuries will slow us down a lot if we're doing a small team kind of strategy. One pelt. I mean, we'll take it. It's better than nothing. It's something to sell, I guess. Cool. So we know we can buy the scout now, right? I always want to say lookout when I'm supposed to say scout, and scout when I'm supposed to say lookout. Does that happen to anybody else? And then, yep, banner, Thor banner just doing what Thor banner does. Right, the build needs quick hands to function. I want to sell before I clear these ambush trade routes, and we'll take this contract. I don't think I need to try and roll in this poacher now. I really just want to get my retinue. But I want to sell while I have a 16 sell price. If I clear ambush trade routes, it'll drop. So let's sell first. All right, it's day 17. Where's Tribal Shacks? Where's it at, though? Dang! This is far. All right. So it's name a sergeant, right? Because it auto completes. And then let's check we're competent. So we'll go to 962. So before you click on the become professional ambition. Oh, we don't third party. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. You actually want to already be professional, right? So Sergeant Sash, because the ambition auto completes, right? Easy, because we already had the bro ready for it. So now you just start chaining ambitions, right? So we want to do one ambition before we take get the noble house's attention, because you don't want to get stuck on that. Barb Camp, Thralls, Warhounds. We've been smashing this camp. Let's keep smashing it. That's a little obnoxious. Dog does chew up our banner pretty quick. Guy has like no MDef, but it's okay. Dagger spec, try it. I promise you'll like it. Okay. Easy. Again, just insane amounts of loot for the amount of work you do in those camps. Once you have your initial early game defense perks, because if you try and yeet yourself into thralls without those, they're gonna pull out a bunch of throwing weapons and slaughter you, right? Okay. I don't have a port up here. So we're probably playing a northern loop from here for a little bit. And small party size means that we're preventing the game from the contracts from scaling on us. And then it's like your brother quality versus the contract scaling. Like you're smashing all these contracts, getting a ton of renown, right? Like, check recruits real quick. There's a brawler that we're gonna roll on, but first, first retinue. So now our fight density problem is fixed, right? A part of it is fixed. So the scout is one part of it. and then the lookout is the other part of it. With that move speed and sight radius, your fight density starts to skyrocket, therefore your money starts to skyrocket. Once you have a ton of money, right, now you're like, I'm not rolling on day tailors because I don't need to roll on day tailors. I'm rolling on retired soldiers, raiders, maybe a cheap sellsword, right? I still don't have the bank to roll on like hedge knights or like even mid-price adventurers nobles. Like I won't have that until a lot later, right? But this should give you an idea of a play loop that works for Glads, right? Opportunistic roll on a brawler to see if he's good. Actually, this guy is a fine nimble tank, right? And we just have gear for him lying around, right? Because we've been daggering, right? Like we hire guys and they're instantly in raider gear at this point. All right. I'm okay kind of walking my way through the wilds here. We can just buy this ambition if we want to, right? Because you just buy a bunch of cheap backgrounds at once and get that ambition and then dismiss everything. We're not in a hurry to take this. We're at like, because we didn't complete another ambition, right? So we're at like 960. So I think that this ambition happens first, right? And we're close enough. We could have done it in a couple contracts, but that's fine. Right, so here, these are cheap, but I'm not going to roll on these here. I'm okay starting to work my numbers up. These are Thralls and Reavers. A little bit more challenging, but we'll take it. He has quick hands. We take a net as an enabler for our Catalbro, but we do this fight. This weapon is extremely dangerous. I mean, this weapon does hurt, but it's not the same as this thing right here. I want to see where this mace goes. Okay. Yeah, that's dangerous, but it's not as bad as mace. You just want to take this mace off the table. Also, like, this Catalbro doesn't have Executioner yet. He doesn't have Duelist yet. He doesn't have, like, Zerg Frenzy, Fierce, any of the, like, other damage perks. That was just Death Blow. That was just what Death Blow and Relentless do by themselves. Ow. This guy's in a little bit of trouble. Especially with that Reaver on him. Let's see if we can't get him some help. Okay. This is our new guy. I was like, why is this guy getting torn up? This guy's brand new. Doesn't have any perks or anything yet. That was a headshot death blow. Half dead enemies still attack, but we go before him. It's fine. The other enemy is fleeing, so we don't waste an attack into it. Let's feed the new guy a kill. Try to anyway. Got the hammer, barbarian trinkets, ammo, all that good stuff. So now Lion has a big scary two-handed hammer. Also, this is nimble for him. This is nimble for him. We're like one fight from bear getting nimbled. Also, the barbs keep coming from this direction, right? There's probably a camp over here. Just want to take a sneaky peek. Wow, nothing. They must be walking pretty far. This is a citadel. This is a dead end. So we want to start circling back. We do have the scout, not the lookout. So we circle back through the wilds. And we can't take contracts here yet. We can't take contracts here. This is 3 contract city that we haven't been at in 5 days. So there should be 3 contracts there. We have the food to make it. All right, so we're going to take a quick sweep through the wilds, and we're probably killing tier 1 camps and killing patrols. This is probably too many. Like, this is a tier 2. 2 tier 2s. Some and some. So it could be like 4 and 4. That's a little too spicy. Our glads are fine. Our fodder dies in those camps. But at least we know where they are for future reference. Again, we like small tier 1 camps while we're doing our walk back. We also don't know where Orc Country is precisely on this map. So finding that lets us know kind of what's our pay per day. 307. Yeah, we need to get down here. Finding that lets us know where we're going to be clearing. All right, Brigand Camp. This is fine. All right, chat. This is day 20, the top of day 21. So basically, we played a full 20 days. We haven't played the 21st day yet, right? So I mean, you guys tell me, right? Like, does this look like the start of a good Glads run, right? Hopefully, people found it helpful. This is typically how I would like to start Glads. Sometimes you scale up quicker. Sometimes things don't go your way. A Glad dies and you end up adjusting to more of a full clear strategy. But if this was a good first 20 days for guys, we'll show a different origin. I was thinking Raiders, but I'll put a poll out to chat. while I, you know, stretch my legs a little bit. But yeah, but give me some feedback. Like, if it's not valuable to see this type of content, that's cool. Like, we can go back to our run where we're like destroying the map and have like 20 sets of Battle Force armor and like a million fames. Like, we can do that. But like I said, I think this is the part of the game that determines the quality of your run. Is these first like 25 days really kind of shapes your run. So let me know what you guys think. I am going to put a poll up for the next origin, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Hey, no problem, DVA. DVA 13. I'm glad that it's good information. Um, I had people in the Battle Brothers community help me a lot when I was trying to learn. Like streamers hopped into Discord and was like, and some of them roasted me pretty hard, but they helped me get good at the game, and I really love this game. I think it's one of the best games in its genre of the decade. Um, and so I'm glad to be able to do something for the community to help out. I'm really enjoying it. I'm also really enjoying the community that we've been able to build here. So that's been a lot of fun. But welcome. If you have anything specific, feel free to ask. I will help to the best of my ability. Um, like, I'm definitely not the best to ever do it. I would never make that claim. But I'm definitely good enough to help you get some awesome runs going. Excellent. Thank you. Polls up, chat. Get your votes in. All right, I am back. Let's see what we got here. Overwhelmingly Raiders. Okay, sounds good. Raiders it is. All right. What mods am I running? So first of all, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. And second of all, quality of life only. I don't use tryout mod. I don't use smart recruiter or anything like that. Not a knock against people who do. It's a great way to like make super bros and role play and have an awesome time with the game.